break. So what can I say to you? But I'm off that, had to fall back. You got everybody thinking I'm all bad. You know the truth. I was always holding you down. You down. Baby. Ain't what it seems for this girl. What is love? What's that? Love, what is love? So believe it if it's so.
What it do, man? We are back with another episode, man. Another solo podcast episode. I really don't know what the name, and I'm just saying this solo podcast episodes and shit. Um, if you was a part of the Patreon clan and the Patreon um people, the family that was supporting me, I have now moved everything to YouTube. Every Patreon show has moved to YouTube. I just felt like, like I jumped off the porch too early for that. I'm just gonna admit it. I jumped off the porch. I tried it. And I'm not saying I'm not going to go back to it, but I'm just saying, like, right now, it's not the time to do a Patreon. We still building the brand. It's some dope content I felt that people was missing out on. And I just wanted them to hear it. Like I post the clips all the time. And I put the link to the Patreon. And people do click the link, but they'll sign up for the free version. The free version only gives you like a clip of the show. It don't give you the whole show. So I just felt like people was just missing all the work that I was putting into it, because I was like 30 episodes deep into it. And I was constantly dropping clips, and I just felt like that the brand is still building. And when I get to a proper number, or just, as far as like the support that I need to do a Patreon, then I'll do it. So like I said, man, every Patreon show that I done is now on YouTube. So you can watch it back from, I think I started in like November to now. But yeah, man, I tried it, and I mean, it's cool. I mean, it has a lot of good things for you, but I think Patreon is for people that are constantly putting out content. You're putting out a lot of content. Like you're putting out content, like for instance, like as far as podcasting. So let's just say, like the Joe Budden's podcast, the upper echelons. So they do their show, but their Patreon, they pumping out like 3-4 shows a week on their Patreon. You know what I'm saying? It's worth people is that is into their brand, that likes the show, can see a lot of shit other than on the show. And it's just me, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just me. And I ain't making no excuses or nothing like that, but it's just me. And to produce that much work and content to be compatible, I would have to be podcasting 24/7. It would have to be my main job. Not saying that I can't do it, but it would be fucking hard. You know what I'm saying? Like consistent with the hours I work. So like, we just gonna step back from the Patreon, and we go deal with that later. But I just felt it was a lot of content people was missing out on, and I wanted them to see it. I wanted them to touch it, bro. We building the brand, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta respect the process. So I'm respecting the process, and I'm respecting the patience. But I was thinking before I started the show, I was just thinking, like, I might come off too harsh sometimes. And rock with me, like, when I think about like the black community and our black people and stuff like that, and I just want so much for us, and I expect a lot. I know that we're better than what the media is constantly pushing out. The culture is toxic and shit, in my opinion. But it's a lot of black people out there that's doing some incredible shit, some positive shit, that are graduating, that are getting doctors and lawyers and business owners, and they're doing some incredible dope shit out there. But the media, it doesn't push it out there. It always push out the negativity. It always pushes out the gangs. It pushes out the shootings and pushes out the fights, the violence, the hood movies and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? It paints a different picture of our people. And man, I just know we can do so much better than that, bro. Like, we can do way better than that. The culture is toxic, in my opinion, bro. It's just toxic. And we have to become the new media, meaning as far as podcasting. And then the podcasting is really like, it's all for clickbaits. Now, and it's been like that for a while with the he versus she battle and the dating and all that, man. It's like, man, it's almost worse than reality TV. Reality TV is nothing positive, dog. You got to what's that? The little show in Atlanta, the Doctors of Atlanta, or Medicine of Atlanta, or whatever. Like, bro, these are doctors and dentists and all kind of women that didn't went to college and graduated, and you just see them on TV just arguing and fighting. I'm like, God damn, bro, like y'all really are letting them do a number on us, man. Y'all really letting them do a number on us, man. So it takes the responsibility of me and others to paint a different picture from what they're seeing out there, as far as America's seeing. You know what I'm saying? We got to push through all the negativity and shit, and our shit might be boring because it ain't no clickbait, and it's like, it's no he versus she, and why she should do this and why he should do that. You just got to remain the course. And because I love doing this shit, so I'm not going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be here regardless. If it's one person watching, or if it's 10 people watching, or if it's 1,000 people watching, I'm gonna be here doing this shit. I didn't create my own little piece, insanity. Just like when I go out in the backyard and shit, I go in the backyard, zone out. I created my own garden where I could just chill, just relax and shit. You know? But I just want a lot, man. Unfortunately, I think I'd be pushing that off on my son because I know I see the greatness in him, and it might come off too harsh, you know what I'm saying, like pushing him. And sometimes you could push people to where they, don't want to fuck with you, or they just like, you know what I'm saying, they be like, man, I'm just finna do my thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could push people to where they don't want to fuck with you. And I sometimes I gotta tone it back. I gotta tell myself to tone it back because, like, I know where I started, and I know the mistakes that I made, and I just don't want to see my people, the people that I fuck with, make the same mistakes. Just like the streets. Like the streets. What has the streets actually done for motherfuckers? Like, to be honest with you, what has the streets actually done? It's just like it just leads to poverty. Like, you're bragging and you're boasting about poverty. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers going to jail, fighting, gang, shooting. Like, the streets ain't really did shit for nobody, bro. The streets then took a lot of motherfuckers' innocence. It's nothing positive about the streets, bro. Nothing at all is positive about the streets. What's so dope about having street cred? Like, to be honest with you. Like, what does that do? What does that do for you? Does that help you get a home? Does that help you take care of your family? Does that help you shoot for more goals? Like, the streets, all it involves is motherfuckers hating on you. Let you get some money, motherfucker try to rob you. Let you get a nice car, they try to rob you. Some people, all they have is the streets to brag about, bro. You get older, you get in your 30s, your 40s, and motherfuckers are still bragging about the streets. Like, man, you got grandkids now. You have a family now. We have to break the cycle. Our job is to get our family out the streets. You feel me? Like, our kids shouldn't know about the streets until we tell them the stories about what we went through. Our kids shouldn't have to go through what we went through to be honest with you. Like when you have kids, you supposed to sacrifice it all for them. Like you just want to repeat the cycle. Like it's just crazy, bro. I remember I used to be like 16, 17. We'd be on the block. It'd be like 1 in the morning. I used to tell myself, why am I on this block 1 in the morning with my homeboys? What are we doing? Like, what's the purpose of this? Like, what is this, bro? Like, what part of the matrix is this where we just chilling on the block 1 in the morning? Like, this is cool. We could have been doing all kind of shit. We could have been traveling the world. We could have been building a business, clothing brand. We could have been doing anything better than chilling on the block at 1 o'clock. But for some reason, we let the streets paint this picture like this is the cool shit to do. Really, it's just like it's stagnant. It's no growth in this. You can't build from this. You can't build from being in the streets. And then how America has it set up now, you get arrested, you get a felony or you get a charge, you try to change your life around, you try to get a better job, boom, that's the first thing they see. Something that you did 10 years ago. Like, man, we love everything you're doing. Seems like you're a great person, but man, 10 years ago, you got arrested with a gun charge, and unfortunately, that can't represent us. So the trap is actually a trap. It's actually a trap, bro. You have to avoid the trap. But see how America do, see how the media do, they make it seem like the music, trap music, and we trapping and we doing all this. But when you get old, you realize that the shit that you done in your teens and your 20s don't mean shit. It's a trap. It's a trap to prevent you from growing and being the best person you can be. Some of you, that's all y'all got y'all hat to hang on. The war stories when you was younger. Man, you shouldn't want your kids to go through that, man. But unfortunately, you let the streets repeat the cycle in your family. We gotta change, bro. We gotta change the perception of what is cool and what isn't. And I think people just have to really understand what makes them happy. Like when I was younger, for example, like when I was younger, like I was into like the stars. You know what I'm saying? Astrology. I was into all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted a telescope. I wanted to be a scientist. I wanted to do all that. But nah, man, like I ain't gonna say I couldn't do it. I was hanging with the homies. Go and hang with them, chill, smoke weed and shit. And the things that I loved and I enjoyed, the streets just took that. Say, that shit ain't important no more, man. You hang with the homies, you smoking weed, you gang banging, you doing all this shit now. This is what's important. This is your life right now. And we gotta make it to where the streets is not cool. It's not cool, bro. Poverty is not cool. We gotta stop embracing this poverty shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's cool. What we have to do at our age is make sacrifices to where our kids do not have to go through that. Our kids should have a head start. To where our kids, their sacrifices would not have to be that, it wouldn't have to be that, take that much for them to succeed. And we didn't broke the shift. We didn't broke the cycle. But I think it starts with us to build that plan to break the cycle. Because it's easy to say that, but we just have to build a plan. So we gotta just stop complaining and we gotta start grinding. I made a post. There was a guy in a comment and he was talking about, like it's a popularity contest on whatever you do. Like you popular people, y'all don't support the people that support you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking like, well, how do you become popular? How does the popular person become popular? Just because you popular, that doesn't mean people are gonna keep supporting your shit. Times is hard, and people don't have money like that. If your food don't taste good, we're not gonna keep buying it. If your movies is not good, we're not gonna keep going to see it. If your podcast is not good, we're not gonna continue to listen to it. So how do you become popular and remain popular? You have to be consistent and you gotta stay working. People who say it's a popularity contest, just get out the way. Just get out the way. All right, just sit it out. It ain't for you. It ain't for you if you already using the excuse it's a popularity contest. So just get out the way. Because if it is, then hey, we don't need you in the way. Just sit out and let the people that's grinding and that's consistent and don't care about no popularity, just let them keep marching along. You would never see me talking about it's a popularity contest out there. Because I'm not worried about what everybody else is doing. I need to focus on what I need to do to get myself in the position to succeed. You got to stop complaining, bro. Complaining doesn't get you nowhere. It doesn't get you no sympathy votes. It's not going to make people support you. The minute you say popularity contest is the minute you lost. It's over. It's over for you because it's already in your mindset. I just hate to hear it. I just hate to see it, bro. And then you gotta network out here, bro. You gotta network. You gotta put your pride to the side. You gotta reach out to people. It's a lot of effort, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I just respect people that just grind, that just works. You can see the people that works. That should be inspiring me. It be inspiring me, man. For real. I like to see it. And I like to salute people. It's just a cool feeling. Excuse me. But like, and you gotta accept the fact too. You gotta accept I'm watching this Spurs and OKC game. This shit is crazy. You gotta expect the fact that or respect the fact that people will not acknowledge the grind that you put in. Like that shit will go on unnoticed. You have to be okay with your grind being unnoticed. Like for me, waking up 2, 3 in the morning, editing a podcast clips or coming up with questions for a guest. Like people don't see that. Like people don't see me. I do my shows on a Friday. I do a Saturday morning show. I'm editing really Saturday and Sunday. Really the weekend people are turning up. You know what I'm doing? I'm right here. But people don't see it. They don't understand it. And I respect that. They shouldn't. They shouldn't see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why should they see it? Unless I'm putting on some behind the scenes documentary. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you just got to respect the fact that, like, it's your vision. Like, man, you got to respect the fact that it's your vision and motherfuckers is not going to believe into it. You got to make a person believe in your vision. They see how hard you work and they see the effort and the consistency you putting in. Then they go start believing in your vision. But at the top, at the beginning, man, nobody's not going to believe in your vision. They got to see if you believe in it first. You know what I'm saying? Like, why should we believe in your vision? Like, for instance, like if I have a guest on or if somebody asks to be a guest, I need to really see how long you've been doing what you've been doing. If you've been doing something for 2, 3 months, no. You need to be doing it. You need to be doing this for a few years to be on my show. Like this is not you can't be doing something spur of the moment. Yeah, I just started cooking 4 months ago, man. I'm trying to be on your show. No, it don't work like that. Uh-uh. Nah, you have to be putting in some work like I've been putting in work to be on this show. And I'm not just saying like my show, I am saying that. My show to me is a big deal. And if I believe that, then people will start believing that because I believe it. And the work that I put in and me constantly upgrading things and trying to make things pop and, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to, stay relevant. But people shouldn't have to respect your vision at the beginning. They just need to respect your effort and your work you put in, man. For real. That's just how I gotta be. Jeez, man. You know what's the funny thing, dog? I was doing my show. I was doing my last episode I did. And my ring light for my podcast, for my camera and stuff, it started blinking. And while I'm doing the show, I'm like, I hope my ring light don't go off while I'm doing this show. That's gonna be crazy. This is like episode 229. But all together, I probably done 300 episodes. And I was like, damn, man, how long I been having this ring light? So I asked my wife, I said, man, the ring light started flicking. I said, man, it's almost been a time for it's almost a time for a new one. Been having it for about 3-4 years. She was like, nah, you've been having it almost 5-6 years. And I'm like, damn. It's some stuff that I've been using from since the beginning, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's time to upgrade. It's time to, advance some of the equipment. But that's how it is, man. You rocking and you rolling and shit. And I'm like, damn, dog, I didn't have this ring light for a long time. So it's time for a new one. So it's almost like a sentimental thing when I get rid of it because the memories that I didn't put in with some of this shit, dog. It's just crazy. I'm gonna try to get to a point to where I have like 2 guests at the same time. It's gonna be like 3 of us. So that's gonna be like the new thing that I'm gonna try to incorporate is having like multiple people up in here because it's usually just me and another guest, but I'm gonna try to have it to where it's me and 2 guests. So it could be like 3 of us. I'm gonna try to incorporate that because man, it's going on my 7th year. It's going on it's going on like a 7th season, which is year 7 or whatever. But man, I looked at a show I did like 6 years ago, and I'm like, oh man. Then you look back at the journey and the growth is crazy. It's like, wow. It's like, okay, that's where I started. It's kind of cringy a little bit though. But you know what I'm saying? You just gotta respect the growth because I might look back 6 years from now and see this and I'm like, damn, dog, remember what I was like? So man, growth is beautiful, dog. Like, I love that shit. I love growth, man. I love growth, man. You gotta love that shit. To grow as a person, like, I don't never want to stop growing. Like real talk. Like I want to be 70 still growing and learning shit and reading and traveling. You know what I'm saying? And just, man, just look back and just think how far I came. Like, I don't never want to be stagnant. I think when I was young, I was stagnant enough. When I was in the streets or whatever, running around doing some stupid shit, that was when I was stagnant. I don't never want to be stagnant again. I want to constantly grow as a person, mentally, physically, financially, spiritually. I just want to continue growing throughout life. I just want to become a better version of me. I'm gonna always say that. Sometimes you gotta keep repeating shit. I just want to be a better person. And if I become a better person, I just, emotional intelligence and all that. It's just like it it affects the others too in a good way, in a positive way. I just think the fact that, years back I was just so introverted and I was so antisocial. And I used to brag about how I was just so antisocial. And now I'm just meeting just cool ass people. I met Eric T, you know what I'm saying? He's on the radio and just a great dude, man. Just inspirational. Shows nothing but love. I would catch a body for Eric T. Like for real though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody beef with Eric T, I'm beefing with them. That's how much respect I have for that man. I other than my dad, you know what I'm saying? Like, dad and father figure or whatever. But Eric T is like a big brother. I never had a big brother. I always been the big brother. But like Eric T showed me nothing but love. Like it's inspiring what he does on the radio, talking to people, networking with people. And you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I look to be in the podcast version. Just following his footsteps in the podcast world. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Eric T, man. Shout out to you, big bro. For real though. I should be having a candle lit. I always have my candles lit when I'm doing my podcast or whatever. But man, I gotta get in the habit of not burnt because I be going through some candles. I'm telling you, I'm a candle guy. Like when the house smells good, like it's just a great mood to be in. It smells good. It just makes you relax. It just gets you comfortable. So that's what it is, man. Just man, life can be good, man. Like when I wake up, like now I'm just zoning. I'm just zoning right now. I'm just freestyling right now. I'm just talking, bro. But when you wake up every day, it's not gonna be a great mood, or you're just not gonna feel it. But man, you just gotta have some gratitude of wherever you're going through, man. And I know people be going through some shit and they going through a storm and they not trying to hear no positive shit. You know what I'm saying? You wake up, you're not trying to hear that shit. But you just gotta understand that you being negative all day is not gonna make your day better. It's gonna always be somebody in a worse position than you. You gotta acknowledge that. That's why you gotta be grateful for your situation because you can turn that shit around. You still here and you didn't went through a lot of shit. So that meant that you turned whatever situation that you went through around because you still here. You just gotta be grateful. Y'all ain't ready to hear all that, bro. Y'all ain't ready to hear all that because some of y'all think it's a popularity contest, like I was saying. Y'all ain't no risk takers. Y'all ain't no risk takers. Y'all not ready to invest in yourself. You're not ready to network. You're not ready to go to events. You're not ready to ask questions. It's other shit more important than you in believing in yourself. It's clearly other shit that's more important. While you going to the club, while you turning out, you could be doing something that's catering to your brand. You feel me? I forgot what the rapper was. I think it was J. Cole. He'd be like, while his homies going turn up and going to the club, he was in the studio. When he was on tour, he was on the bus doing songs because they had a studio on the bus. They in the club doing their thing. He on the bus making songs. You can clearly see the passion and the focus and where it was directed to. Where his attention was directed to. Wherever your attention is directed to, that's what's more important to you. What's more important to me is having one of the dopest podcasts in the fucking world. Talking to some of the dopest people in the world. That's my focus. That's my attention. And also being an incredible dad and a great father. You know what I'm saying? And a great husband and a great friend, a great brother, great uncle, great cousin. Just so on and so on. But like I say, man, life is hard. Just surround yourself with some good people that will ride it out with you. You'll be all right, man. Just believe in yourself. I really want to get that painted in my garage. Believe in yourself. When I open the garage door, I want to see believe in yourself. Like I need some big ass like stickers or something or whatever. I don't really want to paint it, but if my house was paid off, I'll paint it. But I need to see that shit every fucking day. Believe in yourself. You gotta believe in yourself, bro. Until then, man, if I see you again, keep believing in your fucking self. Do not let the opinions of others sway you. Do what you got to do. We got.